Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you feel very, very good. Today we will start our new unit number 2 that is called Amazing Jobs. As you have already guessed, this unit is about some unusual jobs, including jobs that involve adventure, danger, and extreme physical activity. The objective of this unit are examine some unusual professions and discuss the work they involve and what it takes to succeed at them. Compare and contrast two people whose work takes them to extraordinary places but also involves taking risks. Discuss an underwater archaeologist whose work combines science and diving. The language objectives of this unit are talk about jobs and the routines they involve, show what they can extend and conversation. Use the simple present tense to ask and answer questions about job routines. Use possessive to show ownerships. Write a descriptive paragraph about someone's routine. Okay, guys, please open the page 24 and 25 of a student's book and let's talk about jobs. And my first question is, what kind of job would you like to have after you've completed your education? It's quite hard to tell it right now, but someone are already thinking, yes? So, jobs. As you know, there are jobs that we come in contact with every day, such as teacher or bus driver. Then there are jobs that are less common but familiar, such as doctor, athlete, or an actor. And at last, there are jobs that you may not have heard of. And we are going to talk about some of these jobs. I also would like to mention that each decade has its job peaks. Yes? For example, in the most popular jobs in 80s was piloting, newspaper publishing, metalworking, machinery, manufacturing, iron and steel foundries, construction, mining, etc. In the 90s, there were changes. For example, the most popular jobs were in the industries of education, health, social assistance, professional and business services. And nowadays, the things has changed drastically. First of all, because of the development of machinery and of course technology. Most of the popular profession of 80s or 90s doesn't even exist right now. And there are some that appear just in this decade. For example, IT workers or YouTuber. So guys, I really hope you will be interested in our new topic and it will be helpful for you and for your future. Okay, now let's concentrate on the page 25 and let's read. We are always in search of something. My job is a combination of extreme sports, nature, mystery, science, and reading. Guillermo de Anda. Did you guess the type of job Guillermo has? I don't, but I think he's an astronaut, according to this picture. On the page 24, you can find what are these people doing. These are NASA astronauts working underwater on a Hubble Space Telescope model. As you know, the Hubble telescope has been orbiting Earth since 1990, taking pictures of stars, planets, and galaxies. The only way Hubble can be inspected is during a spacewalk, and floating underwater simulates the effects of weightlessness that astronauts must contend with during telescope servicing mission. The astronauts must be able to walk quickly and efficiently, so practice is critical. Do you think that this job is interesting? Is it emotional? Is it dangerous? I really think so. Would you enjoy a job like this that combines nature, science, and extreme sports? Okay, let's go to the next page of our book, page 26. Okay, you will find a new vocabulary in the workshop sheet to use it and to find it in our text. Please remember to write down new words in a vocabulary part of your notebook. The new words are adventure, archaeologist, explore, career, clue, to take risks, to train, flood, to dive, ancient, synod, and cave. When you finish to write down and translate the vocabulary, we are going to listen to the text number 1. Okay, guys, are you ready? Let's listen.
Unit 2, Activity 1. Listen and read. What do underwater adventure, detective work, and Mayan history have in common? They're all part of the unusual profession of Guillermo de Anda. He's a college professor and an underwater archaeologist. Guillermo's job is to explore flooded underground areas known as cenotes. It's unusual work for a lot of people, Guillermo says about his job. It's hard, but it's a lot of fun as well. Guillermo dives to learn more about Mayan culture. About 2,000 years ago, the Maya lived in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, the area Guillermo explores. Guillermo dives there now to look for ancient Mayan artifacts underwater. He studies them for clues about how the Maya lived. Guillermo doesn't spend all of his time underwater. Like many people, he does much of his work in an office. He's also a researcher and a teacher. Sometimes, Guillermo takes his archaeology students underwater with him. He wants to train them to explore the cenotes. He thinks underwater archaeology is a good career choice for his students to consider. Very few archaeologists know how to dive in caves. We need more, he says. Guillermo and his team are taking risks each time they enter a cave. They go over 60 meters underground to dark places filled with bats, snakes, and scorpions. Some of the caves they explore are thousands of meters wide. It's not always easy for the team to remember the way out. Even though it can be dangerous, Guillermo has a passion for what he does. We go back into history when we're in the field, he says. I never stop learning.
Okay, guys, now, did you guess the job Guillermo has? Yes, he is an archaeologist. But not just archaeologist, he's archaeologist and diver. Okay, Now, find, please, and underline new words in the text. Okay, and please, your home task will be working in your notebook and making sentences with the new words. You have 12 new words. There should be 12 sentences. For example, adventure. I like to read adventure books. Please remember to take photos of your activities, the notebook as well as the student's book. I hope you really enjoy our virtual class and I hope to see you very, very soon and bye-bye. Have a nice day. Remember guys, if you have questions, you can write me on my email gmrenglish8@gmail.com. Bye.